I think the real economic crisis is coming. I don't think we've had it yet. And I think what's going to happen in this country is going to be horrific. It's going to be like what's happening in Greece, only a lot worse. And that is going to be an environment that is very dangerous to live in, and it's going to be very dangerous for our freedoms or what's left of them, because the government is able to usurp power in times of chaos, right? When there's fear, right? That's when they're able to. All of the big growth of government has always come when there is a war. You know, you can joke that we lost every war because every time there was a war, we lost our freedoms, right? It was the First World War that gave us the estate tax, the gift tax. It actually gave us the Federal Reserve didn't even have the authority to buy treasuries until the First World War. When they established the Federal Reserve, it was illegal for them to own U.S. treasuries. They changed that during the First World War because the government wanted to borrow money and finance it through the Federal Reserve. So they went in, and that's when they actually, the debt ceiling that they keep raising, that's when they put in the debt ceiling. Because the minute they said that the government can borrow from the Fed, they wanted to have a debt ceiling to make sure they didn't borrow too much. And the first debt ceiling was, really, the problem is they didn't make it a permanent ceiling, right? They raised it, but we got the first paper money in the Civil War, and the first income tax actually started in the Civil War, but they repealed it when the war was over, but they resurrected it, and the first withholding tax came in the Second World War. It was called the victory tax. It came in 1942. No American paid income taxes. No average American paid any income taxes until the Second World War. And that's when we got that. But the government needs all the money because there's a war on, and then the war is over, and they keep the money, and then they find other ways to spend it. I mean, look at all the rights we've lost now with the war on terror. You think the government would have been able to pass the Patriot Act if we didn't have a war on terror? Not especially my brokerage firm. The Patriot Act has turned my brokerage firm. We're actually a combination of an FBI office and an IRS agency, but we don't get paid. It costs me a fortune to spy on all my clients, but that's what I have to do. So if you do open up an account with me, just realize, be careful what you say. Because all the brokers are, they train us. We have all kinds of training, continuous education. I'm constantly having my brokers watching films on the internet about how to spot, this suspicious activity, right? And it's all about terrorists, supposedly, but if you actually look at it, it's all about one thing: tax evasion. That's all it is. It's all about looking at every one of our clients, everything they do, everything they say, to try to find somebody that might exhibit a behavior that looks like maybe they have unreported income. And what we have to do with that money, information, we've got to tell the government. And, we can't tell the customers. If we tell the customers, that's a crime. And if we don't report the suspicious behavior, that's a crime. In fact, if we don't demonstrate to the government that we have the proper procedures to find the suspicious activity, that's a crime. And I think the maximum penalty is a $2 million fine and 20 years in jail. So, you think the government could have got that through in peacetime?